الله أكبر الله أكبر
There's a text that Jesus said to his disciple, I will be killed and I will be raised after 3 days. Clear text. There is what? A clear text said by Jesus, according, yes, to his disciple. So, a clear verse that Jesus said to his disciple that he what will be? He will be what? Killed. And will be raised. So this is a problem, yes? If Jesus has said such thing, it is a problem. This is very clear cut that he will be what? Will be killed and will be risen. So you as a Muslim, what do you think of this text? You as a Muslim.
Of course, text.
Well, you need a proof. Now Christian, you say this is false, okay, it's up to you. But for sure it is false. Those authors who came 30 to 60 years later said this one without. That's why here also was another example of the what? Confusion that resulted. Read, yeah.
Here also another example of the confusion that resulted from fallible human efforts
Yes.
in the first three Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and the synoptic Gospels.
3 Gospels. Yes? Those who came 30, 50 years after the
Those anonymous authors came 30 to 50 years after the ascension to put their words in the mouth of Jesus,
Yes.
to produce the Gospels of Jesus. They have devoid of inspiration and personal eyewitnesses. But they base their testimony on uncertain narrations, rumors, and hearsay, and copying from each other.
Okay, now we will prove. Mark mentioned,
Mark mentioned that Jesus began to teach his disciples, saying, the
Son of Man.
Son of Man must suffer many things, and be rejected by the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again.
This is a proof for them. This is a proof what? This is a proof for them. Look, Jesus already announced to his disciples that he will be killed and will be risen. Now, we will prove this is not true. Okay?
Then Matthew came later and copied this text in his Gospel.
So who the one first? Mark. Then copied by Matthew. Then by Luke.
Then Luke did the same in chapter 9, verse 20.
We say Jesus may have said what?
Jesus may have said to his disciples, he will be rejected by the elders and chief priests and scribes, and it had happened to him.
Yes, but he did not say he will be killed. But rejected, yes. Could be, no problem.
But surely he never said he must suffer many things and be killed, and after 3 days rise again.
Yes, sure, and we will prove.
But this was a result of the fallible human efforts,
Yes.
who was based on uncertain narrations, rumors, and hearsay. The proofs for all of these are as follows.
Now we will prove. The text that we read is absolutely never said by Jesus. Number 1.
Number 1, by no means Jesus would say he must be killed and after 3 days rise again.
Why?
While he the one who had challenged those who were to kill him, that they would not find him and not
Yes.
reach him.
This is simple. He already challenged them not to find him. So how can he say I will be killed? So we used first the text said by Jesus that he never will be called. He never will be called. He challenged the Jews, challenged the disciples that they will look for him, but they will not find him. And where he go, they cannot come. This is proof number 1. We use again a text said by Jesus. If they use a text said by Jesus that he will be killed and be risen after 3 days. We said, okay, here's the text said by Jesus. He's challenging the Jews and the disciples that they will not find him. There's more proof.
You will look for me, but you will not find me.
Sorry, for the child. This
Right.
for the child. Okay.
You will look for me. He said it for both, for Jews and disciples.
See.
Said, yes,
See.
yes.
You will look for me.
You remember, John 7, 32 to 34, and John 16, John 16, 16. He challenged their disciples. Okay? Number 2.
Number 2, Mark confirmed that Jesus made his statement very clear to his disciples. He spoke this word openly.
Okay. Mark, you remember when Mark said Jesus prophesied, he told that he will be killed? Yes? The one you read before. He will be killed?
Yes.
He said this word openly. What does it mean? That means the disciples, they will fully understood what did he mean. Because look at the reaction of the disciples when he said to them this one. It's very clear. They understood what he meant. Look at their reaction. What? And they fully
understood what Jesus meant.
Yes.
To the point that the reaction of Peter towards his teacher was very strong.
Yes.
He took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him.
Imagine. Meaning what this means, when Jesus said, I will be killed, and after 3 days, I will be what? Risen. Peter, he what? His reaction, he took Jesus aside, and it's a very strong reaction, and he began to rebuke him. Stand forward. What's your man? What are you saying? Okay? Who's in this one? Mark 3:32. Because just in the next verse, following verse.
But when Jesus had turned around and looked at his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Go behind me, Satan.
So did Peter understood the words of Jesus? Please, very important. Yes. Because if he did not understand, he would not rebuke. Look, sisters. He fully understood. What does mean you will be killed? And 3 days, he started to rebuke Jesus. So Jesus, when he looked at the rest of his disciples, and Peter was rebuking him, he said, Go away from me, Satan. So there is what? An argument between whom? Jesus and Peter. Why? Because of what? Because of the statement. What's the statement? I will be killed and will be risen by 3 days. That means the disciple fully understood what Jesus meant. If he had said such thing. Please, do you get my point? Because if Peter did not understood that, he will not rebuke Jesus. Do you agree? Why Peter rebuked Jesus? Because he fully understood the statement. What this means you will be killed. What this means you will be risen by 3 days. So Jesus said to him, Go away from me, Satan.
But after 6 days of this event,
Now after 6 days of this events,
Mark reported about another event indicates that Jesus had never told his disciples about death and resurrection.
yes, imagine, only 6 days of this incident, Mark reported another event. You know that event of rebuking each other? Because he said, I will die and I will be risen after 3 days. 6 days later, there was another incident reported by Mark. What did he say?
He wrote, Now after 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John, and led them up on a high mountain, apart by themselves, and he was transfigured before them. Then Mark continued saying, Now as they came down from the mountain, he commanded them that they should tell no one the things that they had seen, till the Son of Man had risen from the dead. So they keep the word to themselves, questioning what the rising from the dead means.
Okay. Yeah. So what Jesus told his disciples in the other incident after 6 days, you remember when Jesus changed and they saw Moses and yes, in the mountains? Yes? So what did Jesus after that told his disciples? Don't tell anybody about what you have seen. Tell the Son of Man is what? Risen. What did he say to him? The mountain, he commanded them that they should tell no one the things they had seen. Yes? Till the Son of Man had risen from the dead. So here Jesus was confirming what?
His death.
His death. And confirming the old statement. Yes?
Yes.
Agree? Did Peter understand the first statement?
Yes.
Yes, that's why he rebuked Jesus. That's why they argue. That's why he pushed him, said, go away from me, Satan. Because he said, what do you mean? We killed them. So what the disciple, who is the three disciples? Peter, John, James. So Peter is one of, he's the one who rebuked Jesus, yes? What they said, so they kept
The word to
the
themselves.
word themselves questioning. This means that they never heard. Only 6 days between these two incidents. I mean, if Jesus has said in the beginning, they will remember. And they make it, there was an argument between them. So now we have, look, this, because this is a man-made book. He is not doing what, he's forgetting what he's writing. He making look now, the disciple, as the first time to hear. 6 days before, they were arguing with Jesus about this statement. Here, they go to what do you mean? Please, did you get the point? This is as just a new statement by Jesus. Now, if
Jesus had really said to them, he must be killed, and after 3 days rise again, then an argument had happened between Jesus and Peter because of this declaration. So the 6 days are not alone trying to make the 3 disciples forget all about Jesus' declaration. The argument, and they start questioning what the rising from the dead means.
what does this mean? That means they never heard a statement from Jesus. He cancelled already the first evidence by this. He eliminated the first statement by this. Because this is a new for them. What does he mean by this? How come before 6 days you are arguing with Jesus about it? Now you are telling me what he means. Do you get my point?
But this was the confusion that resulted from fallible human efforts that was devoid of inspiration and personal eyewitness. And the try of the author to put his own words in Jesus' mouth. The author of John already blew up.
Look at John what he says. He blew up all what he said.
The author of John already blew up the previous narration of the 3 Gospels.
Yes.
The synoptic Gospels. My text explains the reaction of Peter and other disciples when both were running to the tomb after Mary Magdalene had said to them.
Okay. What happened? Mary Magdalene in the morning. She went to the tomb looking for Jesus. Yes? So the tomb was what? Empty. Okay? So she told what? The disciples. Who went to check? Peter and the beloved disciples. According to, look by the way, Matthew, no one go there. Mark, no one go there. Luke said only Peter to check what the woman said. John said the beloved disciple and Peter, when Mary told them they went, what to want? To check what the story of the empty tomb. What happened? Look what John reported. They have
taken the Lord from the tomb, and we do not know where they had put him.
Who's it, this one? Mary. Okay, Mary Melinda. Yes? Look, we're running to the tomb. Okay, who is another disciple? Who the beloved disciple? With Peter. We're running to that tomb after Mary Magdalene had said to them, they have
Taken the Lord.
yes.
If Jesus had really said to his disciples, he must be killed and after 3 days rise again, Peter and the other disciple would have come to Mary.
Yes, agree?
Yes.
Okay, I said, okay, we know. If they have idea, if Jesus had told them before, I would say, listen, don't worry, he is risen, he already told us. Yes? We know that. Look what they do. Yes? They will come, Mary Magdalene, don't worry. Jesus already told us. We know about it. Don't worry. He's just risen. Look what the reaction was. And what John said. Okay, they would come, Mary.
And tell her that Jesus already had prophesied to them about his resurrection. The author of John explained the running of the two saying,
But he's running to the tomb. They said, why?
for as yet they did not know the scripture that he must rise again from the dead.
Is it? They don't know. That's why I said he blew out the narration of the. So why they run away? Why they run to the tomb? According to John, because they don't. And they didn't know the scripture. They don't know that he should be risen. That he must what?
Rise again from the dead.
And Omar, read please Luke 24:12. So, here, Peter, did he know? Did he know? No. Who's it, this one? John
24.
12. Look. Mark told us he argued with Jesus. What do you mean? Rebuked him. He said, go away from me, Satan. Hence, they don't know. That's why they run. And look at, read Luke 24:12.
24:12.
Yes.
But Peter arose and ran to the tomb, and stooping down, he saw the linen clothes lying by themselves. And he departed, marveling to himself at what had happened.
So, he went, and then who said this one? Luke. John said, they don't know. The scripture. Here, he was wondering. You look at it. So only the sheep clothes.
The linens.
Yeah. Why? He was what? Marvel. Read it again.
Again.
Yes, please.
But Peter arose and ran to the tomb, and stooping down, he saw the linen clothes lying by themselves. And he departed, marveling to himself at what had happened.
Did they have any idea? No. No. All this is proof. The text that we read before was not considered by Jesus.
Mark 8:1-13.
Yes. It will come about this one. Okay? So please, is that clear what have we said so far?
Yes.
Number 3.
Number 3, the reaction of the disciples when they heard that Jesus was alive was not to believe in such a thing.
Yes.
And when they saw him,
Read Mark 16:11.
16.
Yeah, when the woman told them he's alive.
Mark 16:11.
Mark.
16. And when they heard that he was alive and had been seen by her, they did not believe.
What this means? They have no idea. They have no idea that Jesus never said such thing. So, if the woman who came early to the tomb in the morning and saw empty and go tell the disciples, yes, we know. It's already been filled. They did not believe. What does it mean? They have no idea at all. Please, is that clear what I'm saying?
Yes.
And read Luke 11, 24:11.
And their words seemed to them like idle tales, and they did not believe them.
The woman read 10 from 10.
It was Mary Magdalene,
Yes,
Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and the other women with them,
yes.
who told these things to the apostles.
These three women came morning, they saw empty. They go to and tell the disciples. Okay, what happened when they told the disciples?
And their words seemed to them like idle tales, and they did not believe them.
And they didn't believe them. And they said, "Go hadayan," they call it hallucination. What does this mean? No idea. Jesus never prophesied that he will be there. Please, that's clear.
Yes.
We are using the Bible, not the Quran, to prove to them this is a man-made book because the author just writing from heresy, just writing with no inspiration, and this is a human-made book. Normally, you will find these mistakes.
And when they saw him, they were terrified, thinking that they were looking at a ghost.
Luke said when they saw him, they were terrified. When Jesus appeared to his disciples, they were what? Terrified. Why? Thinking that they saw a spirit. If they have an idea that he will be risen, they will be just waiting, and they know. They will wait on the third day. If he should have looked, they will wait on the third day, the coming of Jesus. They were terrified when they saw him.
Supposedly they would not be terrified because it was already prophesied by Christ.
He said, yes.
Yes.
They will wait for joy
Yes.
on the third day.
They will rejoice.
Yes,
Celebrate.
no, but look what they happened. John said they don't know. They did not believe the woman. And they said this is just a hallucination. Their words. And when he came, they were terrified. This was spirit. All this to prove that they have no idea, and Jesus never said to them that he will be killed.
Meaning, Jesus never said to his disciples that he must be killed and after 3 days rise again. Otherwise, the disciples would have just waited for him expectantly on the third day with joy.
Yes.
Correct.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yes.
If the mission of Jesus was really centered on his alleged death and resurrection, then it would be a great opportunity for him when he appeared to his disciples to preach to them the doctrine of the atonement and the redemption. There is no text whatsoever from Jesus after the event of the crucifixion in which he said that he had passed into a stage of death or resurrection. And there are in the
Okay,
first
please. I'm saying, if Jesus already told his disciples that he will be killed and be risen on the third day, when he come to them and he will show them after the crucifixion, he will tell them about his experience of the death and the resurrection. Go and preach to the people about the atonement and redemption. Nothing. Nothing. He never speak about passing to death experience or resurrection.
And there are in the first 3 Gospels, the synoptics.
Okay, so go, this is no problem. Go just, go, just Wait.
No doubt.
No doubt, please.
No doubt that there are some traces that can be found within the narrations and universe that may lead us to some hidden facts.
Yes.
But this needs more effort in research and clarification, comparisons, text and terms, analysis,
Yeah,
etc.
sure, there is a text, there is some will lead us to the facts, because it's mixed. False and facts. No inspiration, the human effort. So you need to analyze, dig deep, to find out.
To distinguish between facts and assumptions.
Yes.
And despite the early Christians believed that Jesus had been crucified, not one of them ever believed or preached that Jesus was crucified for atonement and redemption.
Yes. They thought he was killed like other prophets, but not killed before redemption. This is whole statement. The early Christians, they thought, yes, Jesus, because the man looks like Jesus. So they excused to see a man like Jesus was crucified. But never said, oh, this is for redemption. They thought like other prophets was killed, but only the difference of killing was different.
In fact, they used to blame the Jews for that.
Yes.
But it was
They used to
Paul,
blame the Jews, why you kill him? Because if he came to die, they would blame him, because that's his mission.
but it was Paul who changed the religion of Jesus and utilized the circumstances and events to produce a heavenly being and ascribed him as a real Son of God and give a pagan meaning for the alleged death and resurrection of that Son, Jesus, different than the death of the previous martyred prophets. He already quoted his philosophy with blood to imitate the philosophy of purification with blood in the pagan Mithraism. Yes, he already borrowed this philosophy and made it the rock foundation where he had laid it up at the edge of a sand cliff and built his fake church. He said, and if Jesus has not been raised from death, then we have nothing to preach and you have nothing to believe.
Okay, this will be next week because I have another subject. Yes, important for you to know. It's about crucifixion. Yeah. Do you agree with this or not? Do you agree with this? And where did you take this one? Where did we take this from?
You will look for me.
Yeah, from John 7:32 to 34, he said, I will be with you a little while longer. Then I will go to him, to the one who sent me. You will look for me, but you will not find me. And where I go, you cannot come. And he said the same for the disciple. And he said, little while you will see me, little while not to see me. So this is a fact taken from this text that Jesus will be somewhere. Simple question to ask any Christian, what is this place? Yes? So they said, that one. No. This is, okay. They said heaven. Because look, tomb, anyone can go to the tomb, yes? Anyone can go to the tomb. Easy to go to the tomb, yes?
Yes.
But he said, and where I go, you cannot come. It's a challenging place. So they thought the only place that they cannot come, they said heaven. Jesus said, that means after the crucifixion. Do you agree? I mean, do you understand? Do you get my point?
Yes.
So the one that will lead to this fact, they said heaven. Now, if this answer will lead to this fact, they said heaven. Will this answer lead to this fact?
Heaven, no.
Why? Why it is not happening? Why they are wrong? Why we say it is wrong, not happening?
Because,
For two reasons.
yes. No, after visit the Jewish
Yes.
look for him.
After the resurrection. Never. There is not everyone. Now, the Jews never look for Jesus after the resurrection. Never. Yes, but Jesus said, you will look for me. Number two.
Number two, the disciple saw Jesus.
Very good. Very good. Yes. The disciples already saw Jesus risen, so they will not look for. They will not look for him if they know he's in heaven. They will not look for him. You agree? If your friend goes to Riyadh, will you look for him when you know he's in Riyadh? No, because you know. Did the disciples saw Jesus going up? Yes. So they will not look for him. But Jesus said, you will look for me. So this way is black. Will not so happen? It will not lead to the fact. Okay? Brother Abdurrahim told me about another, this is for the first time I heard. When they saw this is cannot, what? They choose another way. They said, oh. So Jesus said, you will look for me and you will not find me. Okay? And they said the proof because Peter went there. Yes? Peter went there. Did you find him? No. So that's it. So this is the proof.
شكرا. كان الاثنين الربوبية اسمها جن تزيد الله.
What is it? He said, this is why they will run to his ways.
Visit in our absent.
Yes, little while, little while you will see me, and little while not to see me. No, I mean, we are talking about the question, what is this place? He challenged. He said, you will look for me and you will not find me. Yes? So, what is the prophecy? What is the prophecy? What is the prophecy?
You will look for me.
Looking for him. This is a prophecy. By two. You know what mean two?
The Jews and the
Two,
disciples.
yeah.
Just disciples.
By. So what is the prophecy? Looking for him. This is number two.
Cannot find.
Not find. Because if they find him, it's not a prophecy. Not
Finding nothing.
find him. Okay? Now, they said the tomb. Yes? Now, we will prove it is also a black. No way. Cannot lead to this. How? First, to look for someone. To look for someone. Do you know the place where he is or no?
You know the place.
You know the place? How come you look for him when you know the place? You will go direct to him. Yeah? Do you look for anyone when you know what he is? Please answer my question, Umar. Do you look for someone when you know what he is?
Well, say for example, I know that Nasser is in Buraida. So,
Buraida. Where in Buraida?
I will go to Buraida.
No, wait. So we are talking big place. If you know Nasser in a small house, you know he's there. Will you look for him or will you go to him? Please answer.
I will go to.
You will go to him, you will not look for him. Because you look for someone, you don't know where he is.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You look for someone when you don't know where he is. Okay? But when you know where he is,
You go
go
there.
there. So did the disciple know if Jesus was put in the tomb? They know he is what? In the tomb. So just they will go there. They will not look for him.
Yes.
Okay?
Because that is already in their mind that he is in the tomb.
Yeah, they know.
Yes.
So to look for him, to go there, to find him. But if you know he's there, you will go direct there. You're not going to look for him when you know he's there. You go to him. Agree? Now, even though, did the disciple go to Jesus to the tomb? We're telling, even though we know, to know the place, you are not looking for him. You are going to him. But even though they know the place, did they go?
No.
Did they go? Mark says no. Because who, by the way, who the one looked for Jesus in the morning, Sunday morning? Woman, the woman only. No men, no disciples. Okay. And they find out that tomb was empty. The tomb was empty. By the way, that was not Jesus. But the corpse of Judas was taken by the Jews. Because they're afraid that they found out this later. Later we'll talk about it. But now, the woman went to the disciples to tell them. And they have a message from someone near the tomb. A message to the disciple saying, meet me in Galilee. So they went there. Omar, please be with us. So, woman came morning, found tomb empty. They went to the disciple to tell them about the empty tomb and give them the message that you meet Jesus in Galilee. Matthew.
Can you repeat what you have said?
Okay.
Yes.
Woman came morning.
Yes.
They found the tomb empty. And they received a message from someone near the tomb
Okay.
to give it to the disciple. Please you tell them that they met Jesus in Galilee. They went there and they told the disciples. Did they go to the tomb? According to Matthew? No. They go to Galilee. So, is this fulfilled? Did they look for him? We're saying, even though you know the place, you are not looking for him, but we will accept that they don't go. They go direct to Galilee. Okay? So, did they look for him? No. Matthew said no. Okay? Mark says no. No one went there. Which is this one? Matthew, Mark. So the prophecy was not fulfilled. But before the disciple, did the Jews, they know that he's there. The Jews, they know if Jesus was there. Did they look for him? No. So the prophecy was not fulfilled. The Jews that killed him, according to that, and by Joseph, his second disciple, they know he get the permission. They know what Jesus passed. Did the Jews look for him? Did the Jews look for Jesus? While he in the tomb, if he was in the tomb. Did they? No. Why they should? So the prophecy is not fitting the tomb. Because Jesus, you will look for me. He's challenging the Jews. It comes to the tomb. Because they don't care about the tomb. Only they ask Bible, please guard the tomb. Because they said, maybe the disciple will come and get his body and they will be risen. Please guard it. Bible said, okay, you have your own guard, go and do it yourself. So they were controlling the tomb. How come they will look for him? So it cannot be fulfilled. So it cannot be the tomb. Matthew said, no disciple go there. So it's not fulfilled. Mark said, no disciple go there. It's not fulfilled. Luke, he said something different. Only Peter. Only. Because when the woman came and told them, did the disciple believe? When the woman came and told the disciple about Jesus was alive, did they believe? We read it before. No. And they said their words come like a hallucination. Yes? Yes. Now, Peter went, according to Luke, Peter went to look for Jesus? No, to check about this word. To check about this word, the story of the woman. Not to look for Jesus. So he went there. To check, not to look. Because if he will look for Jesus, if he not find him, he will go and look for him. Just you go to check. Did the woman, what they say, right or no? So he saw nothing else. So can it be fulfilled by one person? He did not care to look for Jesus because he knows he's supposed to be there. But the woman says something different. He's not there. He go to check if he's still there, if they what they say true or not. Agree?
There were guards stationed in the tomb with the Jews themselves.
No. We're talking about tomb cannot be the place because it doesn't fit the prophecy. What about John? We said Mark says no, Matthew says no, no one go there. So let's fulfill. Luke says only Peter, only one man. Only one man went there. For what? To come for Jesus? No. To check about what the woman said, because he's supposed to be there. But they're saying something different. So he go to check. Is he there or not? Is what they say true or not? Because he did not go and look for him after that. John said, Peter and the beloved disciple. Two. When the woman Mary told them, they went. Again, to check. And when they found nobody there. You know where they go? Directly to their home. If they were looking for Jesus, they would go and search for him. They went home. Just to be sure what the Mary Magdalene was true. Oh yes, it's not there. They go home. Cannot fit the prophecy. So again, this is what. So remaining what? Not have it. Place on earth. Hide it there while they are crucifying Judas. He challenged them. You can't come there. And you will not find me. Because later, next week, we'll see how it happened. So, is that clear now? That's clear. You can answer. Because it's escaping from the corner and they're escaping. You are cornering him. What is that place? It's a place of earth. What is right? Heaven cannot be. Why? Because the Jews never go to look for Jesus after the crucifixion. That's finished. So it's not fitting. Also, the disciples already saw Jesus growing up, so they will not look for Jesus because they know he's already there. So it's not heaven. Tom is not. There's no disciple according to Matthew. To Mark, no disciple went there at all. Only Luke sent Peter to check if what the woman says is true. Not to look for Jesus, to check what the woman says. Because he's supposed to be there, but he's not there. John also said another disciple, the beloved disciple, was with them, and they saw, and they go home. Because if the aim was to look for Jesus to fulfill the prophecy, they will keep looking for him. That's it. And questions?